Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for July 29th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, Thursday. We will be having a reverse aging health call tomorrow night at 9 p.m. All of our successes and all of our directions are only limited by our imagination. Throughout the ages, this civilization has been manipulated, maneuvered into the area where the imagination is nonsense, that it's minuscule, that it has no power. And of course, the opposite is the truth. In the beginning of a truly awesome adventure in life, we first need a reason or motivation for going. We need a desire to move us forward no matter what challenges or obstacles may come our way. To find the enlightened state of moving energy into form, creating it into reality, or manifesting within us is like finding a secret palace in the Himalaya mountains that is entirely made of gold and blue diamonds. There is every possibility on this journey that we will be stopped, feel blocked, and become deeply distracted by something more appealing along the way. It is a great chance that we will be enticed with seeing something so seductive and exciting that we may forget that the golden palace existed at all. Think it was just some far-off fantasy and call off our entire search to find it. To gather up motivation, energy, and discipline for this 52-mile mountainous adventure on foot, we first need to dive deep inside ourselves and ask for real guidance. Start right now with looking within and asking to meet with your unstoppable true nature. If you wish to discover a truly magical life that you love, the first destination is to go deep within you and find that which does not die. The journey into the core of your being may seem impossible since you are already there in some way. Yet, it is the discovery that always continues to reveal itself in a new, outrageous way. The finding of your deepest inner truth, your authentic self, and your real true nature is one that you'll cherish for lifetimes. When you find your greatest potentiality, every other goal in life seems pale in comparison. This adventure into the core of you, where you'll reveal your soul's unlimited energy, is the same place you'll discover the divine power to reap the harvest of your life's greatest dreams. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts, period. It's not even debatable. Everything you see is the result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Course in Miracles. Set the intention right now to dive deeper into your innermost core this week. And that each day you'll be going deeper than you've ever gone before. You'll need to know and trust that you can truly relax and be quiet enough to find it. It is the energy of trust that is essential for your highest experience of existence. Totally trusting the process of relaxation and letting go of resistance to it is absolutely necessary. It is the free soul who has unlimited preparations about reality and no limits on what is actually possible and impossible. This type of mind has to trust existence to survive. To access the most magical foundation within our being, you simply need to do the easiest thing in the world: relax and become very, very, very still. You'll need to let go, choose to let go of all your efforting and just do nothing. Now, you might think you need to hold your mind still in such a way that it no longer is moving at all. Yet, this may only make the mind more jumpy. When you simply practice letting go, letting everything in, the universe will be exactly the way it is. You'll feel a subtle calm sensation in your heart, and something will tell you that everything is perfectly okay. Eventually, the mind will relax and find peace, which will allow you, all of us, to rest and fall into the innermost core of our beings. The most amazing things manifest in this life the very moment we get our minds out of the way and open ourselves up to being fully in this eternal moment of now. For some people, a universal understanding of this life instantly begins flooding the mind. Our bodies may feel tight and tense right now, yet when we relax into the innermost center of our beings, we will find that all tension instantly melts away. The key is to learn how to relax deeper into the now and trust that your soul's true infinite existence will guide you and show you the way to let go and find a greater trust in this life. When we trust that the universe never, ever makes mistakes, that it knows no limits to how far it reaches into each and every single one of us, and it's always creating everything totally perfect in every way, we start to see that this life is divinely perfect exactly as it is. When we realize the perfection that life already contains, then we will stop fighting it. It is only through the energy of trusting in the divine perfection that we can relax all internal efforting and dive deep enough inside us to access the innermost core of our beings. This center of our beings is where all of our real power is found. It is our real magic wand that can create anything we desire. It is the place where this entire universe we are creating in each moment is designed. When we go to where the source of where our thoughts are radiating from, we become the source of life itself. The day we are in touch with the core of what we are, we will be able to grow new roots for stability in our lives and branch out into the skies of our true unlimited potentiality. Know that the self is the richer and the body the rider. Know the self is the rider and the body is the chariot. The intellect is the charioteer and the mind the reins. The senses say the wise are the horses. The roads they travel are the mazes of desire. The wise call the self the enjoyer when it is united with the body, the senses, and the mind. Bhagavad Gita. Our magical core is buried deep and is hidden beneath layers of beliefs, memories, ideas about who we are. It is not necessarily at the core of our physical body, yet is at the core of our being. To find this place, our bodies must be totally relaxed and at ease. When this occurs, our minds and all of their layers of thoughts fall away. We must choose totally to be willing to surrender to this experience of our lives in this now moment for total relaxation to take place. When the mind simply lets go of all of its planning, scheming, and efforting, our bodies naturally become completely at ease, and our core presents itself to us. It's good to know that our minds are our tickets to prison or freedom. By understanding what we don't know, everything, that we don't know everything, there is to know just yet. We open our minds to an entirely new world of possibility. One of them is that we are living in a super powerful, omnipotently so, manifesting vehicle in a multi-dimensional infinite universe which has unlimited potentiality and energy to create anything. Let this idea open your mind right now. Drop all limited perceptions you used to have about what is possible and what is not. This is the greatest opportunity of this lifetime, to be open to that anything is possible. Allow this moment to sink down into your bodies. Follow it into your deepest, innermost essence, where you can relax and connect with the most fertile soil, of which is your soul. Our core essence is the only place we can experience the truth of who we are. It is where we will know ourselves as divine. It is not through a new idea presented by the mind that we will uncover this awesome discovery. It is only through the heart of our presence, the spiritual source of you, where you can reveal the only thing that is truly real. And it's not hard to do. It's a simple exploration that only a childlike curiosity can handle. So look deeply inside yourselves, where you are this true essence already. It is what we've been searching for our entire lives. It is so close to us that if we were using the mind at all, we would miss it. Now, this profound inner experience doesn't happen by thinking about it or trying to make it happen. In fact, it's just the opposite. You drop into it when you have let go of all efforting. Completely stop thinking and simply start resting, relaxing into your innermost being. It's not through your head. that the real answers in life are found but your heart, that you can experience enlightenment. The cosmic creative energy rushes in the instant we let go of using our brains to try to attain it and relax our bodies into whatever we are right now. We may not understand this completely, yet the greatest opportunity of this lifetime is simply to be here now. When we allow this moment to sink into our bodies, we become complete with life, and life becomes complete with us. We instantly fall into ourselves again and again and again. We discover that our deepest innermost essence was always here. And to connect with it is as simple as passing a rake over the fertile soil, your soul, and simply reach down and touch the dirt, and you'll discover the magical core of your being instantaneously. We can instantly realize that we are, and we always were, intimately connected with an all-powerful, intelligent energy that is already helping us manifest everything we desire. We are already magical. We are already a manifesting being. We have simply conditioned and programmed, and we have been by parents, siblings, schools, teachers, TV, media, to think we were not. And once we know that we are very, very, very powerful, we don't have to exercise this power. We can simply manifest anything we want at any moment. Since most people around us are most likely still asleep to this knowledge, it will take every bone in our bodies to create the strength needed to wake ourselves up completely to it. Almost every human being on this earth becomes lost in the illusions and beliefs of others. We came into this incarnation with blinding past karma to clear away. And we are thus deeply unaware that there is a great divine source emanating already within our very being. One must still have chaos in oneself to be able to give birth to a dancing star. Nechke. When the mind is habitually distracted by thoughts, constantly getting lost in vast sea of things, ideas, future concepts, and memories, it forgets the real reason we're all here. To find that golden castle hidden deep in the hills. Yet sometimes, even though we may think we are sidetracked, if we have not totally forgotten the possibility that there is a greater power inside of us, in this now moment, we are almost all the way home. We just need to make it our number one priority if we wish to access it 24 hours a day. The only way we could possibly miss finding the magical core of our being is by being distracted by some thoughts inside the mind. There are many things that the mind believes is more amazing and will do anything to get you there. It will want you to work harder to get you there. And yet once it arrives, it will doubt that you have arrived. When you are living up in your head, always following the mind, imagining this and that, you will feel lost. This is normal. And the right experience for those who live in between their ears. When we are connecting with our innermost magical being, the mind seems like a dry, thirsty desert, and we are already swimming in the vast ocean. When we have arrived at our magical core, we will notice that the images in our minds will change. Yet we always feel connected at our core to the source of this life. We will feel free from the mind and yet able to use the mind to redirect us back into this magical core essence of who and what we are. Accessing our magical core is not about creating a new experience of you or a bigger understanding of who you are. It's more simple than that. It's all about diving into what your experience of life is, as it is right now. You don't realize how much you are trapped up in your heads. Thoughts are always flying by, and we are still attempting to deal with them. Don't touch the thoughts at all. Just watch them like they were clouds far, far away. When life gives us a great challenge, such as how to master our minds, the best way we can meet this divine opportunity is to just feel calm, relaxed, and at ease inside. Know that practicing this in itself will master the mind. The day we can remain truly relaxed all the way to our cores all day long, then we will know we have arrived. The magical core of our innermost being is found through this infinite dive deeper and deeper and deeper inside you. It is the most sacred and awesome thing we can explore with our lives in this universe. Reality comes shining through when we return to what is real. The innermost core of our being is actually the only thing that is real. Everything else is transitory. The mind and its excessive, worry-filled imagination was our everyday reality, yet could change as swiftly into a cosmic consciousness with our next breath of air. All it needs is a tiny opening in the door of our being. The very moment our minds have found the source of stillness inside, we will know this truth. The innermost core of our being is the final frontier. We are here to explore. At the core of us is the spiritual source of existence. It is what gives us life, breathes life through us, and is the reason for all enjoyment, pleasure, and freedom from suffering. It is what we really are when the continuous mind chatter gets quiet. When we truly explore the source from where every little thought arises, we simply experience a unique yet eternal expression of ourselves, and we'll call our beingness. And the result is absolute freedom and the realization that we always had the option to be free from suffering, and will have that option forever more. When do you arrive at the core of your being? We authentically feel in touch with everything in this life. There is this 100% honest relationship that naturally happens with others, and we cannot lie to anyone or anything. We are with ourselves in a way that we can only speak our greatest possible truth. If we would lie about something, we would instantly feel a great disconnect and subtle pain with our core. A small fib makes us feel a million miles away from home, living on some imaginary cloud made of unstable thoughts. It is only when we speak our truth, dive into the feeling the truth of who we are, and live from this radical honesty that the magical core is naturally revealed. Receptivity is our personal effort. We must not try to do anything else, for in fact, we cannot do anything else. If we are standing in darkness and do our part by opening the door, the light rushes in to meet us. Vernon Howard. We are living in a world filled with energy and information that is extremely impermanent and constantly changing. And yes, our bodies, our houses, our kids won't look the same in 10 years, not to mention the next 40 years, unless we establish a deep connection with the spiritual source of infinite energy inside. Once we do, our bodies will exist in a state of absolute health and vitality forever. Forever. Our great ancestor did this. They lived to be over 900 years old plus. If you don't believe me, check it out. The unlimited potential energy is always inside us at the core. It's unlimited. And it's ready for us to reveal ourselves to it right now. Massive positive change begins with one simple choice: the decision to relax deeply into the experience we are having right now. Once we consciously and continuously choose this, we can release our rushing habit and lifestyle that believes there's somewhere better than here now. Only then can we access the ability to give ourselves permission to relax. When we have no concept of time and are truly honoring the timeless, eternal being that we all truly are, we can actually relax into the core of our innermost being. And notice how we push and pull against time in our lives. How do you force life to be something other than what you are? How are our relationships with people, situations, money, job, and ourselves? Is it stressful? How often do we go with the flow or struggle to move upstream? Just notice what your relationship is like with time, and what type of relationship. With time that you can have that will truly satisfy you. If you are used to thinking, how can I get more XYZ and get away from ABC, then you'll never find the golden palace with its diamond floors and walls. Even when your desires get manifested, the ego is pleased just momentarily. The bigger truth is that every obstacle in our lives is a ticket home to ourselves. Whether we like our lives or not, is always a choice of perception and attitude towards it. When we set aside those negative fear-based thoughts that have been sending our minds into doubt, worry, and skepticism, and consciously move closer to this place of a quiet mind within ourselves, we will relax. Once we relax into the softest, most gentle, and quietest place, we will soon find the innermost core of our beings. And when we are able to clearly be quiet, speak our truths, and not be afraid of our greatest energy, we will wake up in the golden castle and realize that we were living there all along. Knowledge of the self is the mother of all knowledge. So it is incumbent on me to know myself, to know it completely, to know its minuteness, minutiae, its characteristics, its subtleties, and its very atoms. Khalil Gibran. So if you will, go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And always the first thing for any of us is to relax the body. Relax the body. We are not the body. We never have been, and we never will be. So for all of us to understand this, what does the body carry? It's like this big sponge that never gets wet. It's constantly absorbing. Fear, stress, tension, anxiety, anger, hurriedness, envy. And we attract it. The only way we have any of it is that we attract it. Does it mean we now knowingly attract it? Not really. But we do attract it. And as we attract it, we can release it. This is how the body that you're in relaxes. Head to toe, inside and out. So you just release all of this. Dump it out. Does it serve you the greater good? Does any of this, does this worry, does this stress, does this fear, anxiety, does it really serve me the greater good? Or is it all just an illusion created by the mind and the ego? And you'll know the answer. And when you release it with all the love, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, it'll be gone. And if it keeps coming back, keep releasing it. Eventually, it won't come back. Then the body floats. It's in a light state. Not thinking, not worrying, not stressing, not fearing. It is, just is. We move into the now. And the now completely eliminates all the noise chatter that we all have. Millions of thoughts, all programs running by. And we still the mind, the ego, and the subconscious mind. We're not in them. They are not controlling us. We are watching them. We are not judging them. We learn through mastering these bodies, we will be able to master the ego mind. So we view it. The now is it. It is the power. It always has been. It always will be. Not the past. We do not have a past. It's dead. It was the now. It was moment-to-moment thoughts. And now it is gone. It's an elephant graveyard. There's no movement. There's no real life. It is dank. Now, we all have memories. We like them. You know, we just kind of reminisce. We go to our library, our subconscious mind. We pull out a book and reminisce about an experience we've had in the past of this life. Savor it, embrace it. And then we put it back. We move forward. Unfortunately, though, some of us will stay there and keep living in the past. And we do it unconsciously most of the time. And then what happens is that we're there so long that we end up dragging it with us into a future that doesn't exist. We recreate that future from that past, and we relive that past and that future. And this is why a lot of people will say, we don't, no matter what we do, we always seem to end up here. Now, some of us are going to the future. We all do. We kind of wander off, ask ourselves, when's this going to happen? Will this happen? Will that happen? Why am I not having this? When am I going to meet this person? And When am I going to have the best job? When am I going to have enough money? But see, our future is in our direction. We create it by staying in the now. But how do we stay in the now with all these thoughts running in front of us? And most of them aren't ours. It's programmed thoughts. A lot of us, most of us, either, one time or another, we wander off. We can be focused on something, intent, but we wander off. And do we do it on purpose? No, we just do it. And it's so crucial for us to always be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with ourselves at all times, and in the deepest of gratitudes. So when you're wandering off from the now in a thought, there is a way to stay in the now. And that is the omnipotently powerful, divine positive energy, breath. Our breath is absolutely stupendous. It sustains the body that houses the soul, the God. The God gives the body power. Therefore, everything functions. Air, oxygen is created to sustain the body so it can carry the soul. So our divine positive energy, our breath, that's what you do. If you're wandering off and you catch yourself, not a biggie. I'll focus on my breath. 3,000% of the time, you will be in the now. This is very powerful to understand that. And it is very simple. Now, we know we're not the body, but we know we look at the body. And when we see things in the body, we see these they're wheels of light. There's 7 of them. They start at the tailbone, go all the way top of the head of the body. What are these? They're made up? Are they really real? Or someone just invented them? No, they're real. You can't touch them. They're not physical, so to speak. They're etherical. They're spiritual. And it's where you are spiritual. The real you, the God that you are. Flow. Doesn't it make sense that we flow through these energy vortexes, which connects to all of our organs, blood flow, tissue, all of our emotions, everything? For instance, we look at the red. There's a red wheel of light, it's a root chakra. This is our survival, right? The body's survival. Money, food, water, shelter, clothing. And if you took a bunch of us and dropped us in the middle of nowhere, we would work together. Wouldn't be an ego mind there. It would be through the heart mind. We'd work together to stay in body. But those of us who panic, it'd be much more difficult for them to stay in the body. So the fear blocks our survival. And what is fear? It's an illusion. It's a thought. It has no power until we give it. And then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra. This is our pleasure, goodness and fun and joy and happiness and bliss, and where everything's coming into play. It's all falling into place. This is the God that you are. This is your natural state of being. All of ours is. And everything just comes to you, right? But then there's this feeling that comes over us. It's going to be real subtle at first, eh? And this feeling is this guilt. It says to you, wow, you might as well enjoy this while you can because it's not going to last forever. And inevitability, it doesn't last forever. It ends because we believe it should end because of our guilt of being happy. Isn't that absolutely crazy? Then we move to the yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, which is our willpower. And that is blocked by another wonderful illusion, shame. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, our ability to love. And grief blocks our ability to love. And what is grief? It is when one is confused of who and what they are. Because if they knew who they were, there would be no grief. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra. This deals with our truth. Obviously, vocal cords, voice, vibrational frequency. It's blocked by lies. And then we move to the indigo wheel of light. Third eye chakra deals with our insight, intuition. Blocked by illusion. And then the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light. This is our direct connection to the divine, which is you, which is every one of us. And is blocked by ego attachment. So the God that we are, along with our divine positive energy breath, flows through these energy vortexes. We go to the top of the head, and there we are, omnipotently powerful energy, pure consciousness. And we hold just for a brief second, just a few seconds. We are one, we are love, we are God. And in that brief moment, we compress ourselves, condense ourselves in pure liquid energy, and we pour ourselves over the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is really important to us while we're in these physical bodies. Because when it's fully healthy, fully functioning, absolutely at its peak, it is the connection to all the particles of existence, all the gateways, all the openings, all the realms, all existence. We don't have that yet, but we will soon. Now you view your pineal gland however you view it through your heart, mind, motion picture. I see it as a green ball, rosebud. And when I pour myself, the God that I am, over it, it instantaneously transforms into this massive, fully bloomed rose with multicolored petals, wonderful fragrance, and waves, these misty, energetic waves that just flow through me, embrace me. Phenomenal. There's no real words to describe the feeling of it because it is so phenomenal. It is so deep, so lifting. And I discover that the rose is the God within this existence, this body, so to speak. And the God is the rose. And we're one. And we've never been anything else but one. These bodies, we know that we're in, that we're not the body. Heart, mind, ego mind, subconscious mind, the God, pure consciousness, all one. We also know that The soul is the God, is the heaven in the body. And the body is the earth. So we literally, those of us who are consciously aware to a certain degree, that we are heaven on this earth. And every step we take, we're creating paradise. In addition to that, we are literally showing our light outward 360 degrees. This is the highest of the highest high, purest of the purest, deepest of the deepest, eternal love, of which we are all of. And it's flooding this planet. Every particle, every existence, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, constantly. On it, in it, above it, and below it. Not only this planet, but the other planets in the solar system, this quadrant of the galaxy, and beyond. And then some of us will learn in this lifetime that we are the light. So that when we leave these bodies, when we decide to leave them, we will know we are the light. So we're not going to follow a light. We are the light. Now, obviously, there are parts of us that are awake. And there are parts of us that aren't awake. They're asleep. Even though we're all one, the parts that are asleep are with us, but they're not participating in meditation because they can't hear us. So we reach out to the parts of us that are consciously aware and awake to a certain extent. And such as the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming of this circle of light and complete liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. Now they come in the Guga plexus, including all the ones on this planet, on it, in it, above and below it. One Gugaplex fills this entire universe with not even a sacred square inch to spare of sacred space. And they come from trillions of universes and trillions of Gugaplexes. The ones on this planet, with the eyes that we have with these bodies, we only see 1% of what is. Show shapes, color, sizes, forms, and configurations of which we've never seen before. And the ones that we're somewhat familiar with are the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the Pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the Gugaplexes, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the celestials, all the galactics, yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and complete liberation of this planet. Now, we're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions throughout the universes every day. The ones that we're somewhat familiar with Pleiadians, Sirians, Arcturians, Andromedans, felines, Zeta Reticuli, Nords, Greys, Draco Reptilian, Golden Pyramid, Avian, many, many, many more. We might as well include the mer people in there as well. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited, yet only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. Call upon all the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Billions in civilization. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and the liberation of this planet. And in the billions, they are with us now consciously. The archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes. Ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Christ, El Morya, Abundantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Now, the archangels, they're a civilization that vibrate at a different frequency than we do. That's why we don't see them like we see each other. We meet with them a lot. A lot of the times we don't know it, but we always have this feeling, this little piece of bliss, that when we know we've met with them, interacted with them. And a lot of the times we identify what the message is. The message is the same, but it's delivered in so many different ways. Isn't it absolutely glorious, spectacular, stupendous to be in these bodies alive? And that is bliss. They can surround any one of us in the tens of thousands because of their vibrational frequency. They can house a large number in a small area. Now, ascended masters, they have mastered ascension into physical form and out of physical form. And hold pure consciousness God form. We are mastering physical form, creating our experiences to perfect our creation. And both of them, only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming this circle of light, complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the trillions, and they are with us now consciously. We immediately form a circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now. This circle of light emanates from our core beings, the God force, love, light, energy. It is absolutely, omnipotently, immeasurably powerful. It is the purest and the deepest of eternal love. And we're flooding this planet. On it, in it, above it, below it. All life, highest supreme value in the universe with the highest of the highest high of vibrational frequency. We begin to ascend above the planet. We're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. And we see all of these reflections, all of these flashes of vibrantly colored lights. And we notice the reflective points. We get up real close. We see these microscopic mirrors perfectly etched. And so we enter them and we discover that all of us gathered in this meditation are students and teachers of each other. We're always learning from each other. And we're always being taught from each other, from ourselves, from the gods that we are. It's never ending. Either a student or a teacher or both. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that we created that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We're then met with the violet blue purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that we created. That reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is the column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that we've created that we are imbued from head to toe, inside and out, with this white fire armor, way beyond the knight's armor or body armor. And this comes from our God Force Love Light energy. So we're imbued. And the light is so brilliant, you could not look upon it. So no attachments, no demon possessions, no lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. They couldn't come near us. They won't because they know. They'd be vaporized if they did. So we are protected 24/7 eternally. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, whether consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, greed, anger, stress, fear, anxiety, envy, depression, manipulation, dishonesty, you lower your vibrational frequency low enough to create a breach in your white fire armor, enough so to allow lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you're immediately met with two columns of light, back to back. The first one is the purple transmuting flame. This is a column of light that we created to remind all of us that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, sending them to pure consciousness where they are no more. We then immediately, the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we created, that we can bring in right behind the purple transmuting flame, cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies work, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring the highest of the highest high of the deepest, purest, eternal love, gratitude, and peace. We are then met with a golden white pink light. This is a column of light that we all created to remind ourselves that we are the sun, the sunlight, the rain, the rainbows, the sun sets, the sun rises, the oceans, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, the animals, the trees, the forests, the soil, the clouds, the sky, everything. So the next time you see a sunset or a sunrise, a starlit night sky, an ocean front, a mountain view, it is you. It is all of us. We are the beauty, the joy, the bliss, the awesomeness, the spectacularness. It is us. We are everything, and everything is us. We continue to ascend above the planet. Some of us step outside our physical form, if we're carrying physical form, hover effortlessly above them. Why do we do this? Because we can. We come into full contact with this massive crystalline light tower, of which we created. It's larger than this solar system. In the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere, we see a golden white ball of light. It is surrounded by multicolored rings of light, and they're all sending these massive misty waves that penetrate us all, saturate us all, flood us all. It's not water, it's not wet. It's an energy, it's a feeling through the heart-mind. Golden white ball of light is the highest and deepest, purest, eternal love. Then comes the highest and deepest and purest of eternal gratitude. And then well-being, great abundance, great prosperity, benevolence, tranquility, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness. Massive flow. The energies are immeasurable. And they're all a reflection of the gods that we are. The top, we designed it so the golden ocean can come cascading down 360 degrees, as it's doing right now, 24/7 with all of us. That is deep, pure, eternal love, flooding us all. All of this, all of these higher vibrational frequencies are only reflections. The true power is the God within all of us. And these that we see are the mirrors of the gods that we are. We are all drops of this golden ocean. We also hold the essence of this golden ocean. Golden ocean is the drops are the golden ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We see our meditative sphere at set center circle. We created this sphere over 3.5 years ago. It holds all of our meditations in perpetual motion, over 1,500 of them. Imagine all of that intent of all the gods consciously aware of who and what they are, concentrated on this little blue marble planet, to totally liberate it, every particle of it, into the highest of the highest high vibrational frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude and peace. Feel that in your heart, mind, and see it in your heart, mind's motion picture. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. And this is why it continues to intensify, and this is why it continues to expand. When we share what cannot be shared, speak what cannot be spoken, and reveal what may embarrass us completely, we remove all walls, masks, and hiding. This is the beginning of the end of suffering. The deepest truth with always and will always set you free. I'll join in meditation and return to close us out.
Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. When people are truly dedicated to the divine, there is no difference between action and prayer. The divine is you. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night and the following morning. And we'll return here, July 30th, 2021, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern to continue our global guided meditation calls, and 9 p.m. to continue our reverse aging health calls.